parts of me just feel jumbled with things like I have less office staff, so I'm doing a little bit more myself, but also I'm doing less. So I have that little moving part in my life. And then I have all this work that I've been doing, like the Oprah calls and the calls and the calls and everything. It's like I want to spend more time in my imaginary mind and less time in the hammering out results. And I kind of feel a little bit confused with that in some ways, especially because historically, when I hammer out results and I get financial results, and I'm feeling like year two of spending money like a freight train, and I would like the universe to deliver. And I guess that it's just like you kind of look at it and go, well, we reach with our imagination in this illusory world of what we want to create. And yet I'm aware that things come together, like the car sale, boom, just click, click, click. It happened. Super easy, super happy customer. This stuff with just continues to unfold beautifully, and our time together is fabulous. And yet on the home front and the financial front, I feel challenged. So I just don't quite know how to deal with that.
This hammering out, that is your momentum. You have momentum habit. I need more money, and so I'm going to just hammer things out.
Yeah, right.
In this belief system and in this momentum, as you feel the desire to not hammer quite so much, not so often, not so hard, there is a transition point. In other words, anytime you have strong momentum, long-standing habits, supported by strong beliefs, this is how I make my money. Money doesn't grow on trees. As you are susceptible without intention to the thoughts all around you, feelings of lack, there will be a transition point where one momentum subsides and the new momentum starts to gain traction. This is non-linear, especially about the subject of money.
I don't know what non-linear means.
In other words, you will not see momentum A go from 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 1 to 0, and then momentum B go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9. Momentum A being hammer out to get money. Momentum B being everything's unfolding naturally and everything I want comes to me easily and effortlessly.
So similar to how it's really rather impossible for me to get angry about anything anymore.
Yes.
I just don't want to be angry. Maybe I get a little bit cranked up about something and a little pissy, but that happens so rarely.
Yes.
And it's like, no, I don't even want to have the thought.
Yes, you are almost to the same point with the hammering out is like the anger. It's not worth it. There's nothing that could make it worth it because it doesn't feel good. And you are so used now to feeling good. And so this is perfect. It's all unfolding perfectly. And we are simply saying the path is not linear. Allow it to be whatever it is. There may be days or weeks or months where the old momentum seems to be hanging on a bit. The new momentum has started and stopped and started and stopped. Allow it to be non-linear and go with the flow for the best feeling results. But the new momentum is definitely coming on board and the old momentum is definitely falling away. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. It's like another thing that I think about, like I was talking to somebody the other day and their apartment rent is $3,000 a month. And I'm going, holy shit. And it's like, well, I live in this beautiful home and my mortgage is $3,000 a month. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm kind of like, well, because there's times that I think about downsizing and I think about, but yet I love my home. I love where I live. I love the neighborhood. I love the hot tub. I love the backyard. All that. It's like super nice and convenient. Everything is. And I look at it and I go, okay, to some people, my home would be a cottage. And to some people, it would be a castle. And what's the point in I don't even know who I'm talking to when I talk to and is it he channels Paul. It's like he said to me, the house will take care of itself, it'll just manage itself.
Yes.
And it's like, so I kind of have a little bit of those kinds of thoughts. And then I just want to go do the things that feel good and then trust that business will flow easily and handle one thing at a time and do a good job of that. And then I think the other part that I'm playing with is I'm, meditating, visualizing, intending or whatever gently, but with more clarity, and then letting go of it and then going and taking the dogs for a walk.
Yes.
So I would like more shit to happen now.
And the more
Oh,
you
well.
feel that, the less it will happen. The more you can keep to everything, the first part of everything you were saying, and allow the but to fall off, just not to happen. I'm loving this. It feels good. I'm trusting it. It's going to happen. It is happening, period. Let it go.
Okay. Well, I just needed to kind of vent. I just want to get to a more refined place of ease and allowing and following my intuition.
Impatience with it is not your friend on this. Simply allow it to be, allow yourself to be, allow your feelings and your thoughts to be, and simply change the subject if it doesn't suit, and pursue it and allow it and celebrate it if it does suit. It's just that simple.
So, does the power and the clarity of our intending or our visualizing or our versioning of ourselves, does the clarity of that and then letting go of it, this is terrible to say, does that help it happen more? I guess the whole mindset too is this or something better, right? All the time.
Yes, there is a perception that you are creating your reality by visualizing very specifically. We will tell you that you are receiving. In other words, you have desires and they've gone out and they've become, and now they're sending messages back to you, and you are receiving them. As you relax and receive in as much or as little detail as comes to you normally, naturally, healthily, happily, beautifully, perfectly, easily, this is what you can focus on. Say, oh yes, I love this daydream of mine, because you are then matching it. So you do not need to struggle to formulate. You can release this idea that I am formulating my future by making things up in my mind, because your heart has already made it up and it's already gone out and it's already become, and now it's calling to you.
And then your intuition or source speaking to you or flowing through you is what? I mean, we just play with that also.
If it feels good, welcome it, become it, match it, think about it, feel about it, talk about it. And if it doesn't feel good, let it go.
I think that that's good for now. I think I just feel more grounded and clear.
Yes, we feel